Yeah, the protocols and the testing and things like that have been fine. You kind of know that there's just going to be some differences with how you have to do things in practice in your locker room and travel and then obviously throwing some testing in there as well. So you understand there's going to be some different things that you're going to have to deal with. I think from a preparation standpoint, it's really challenging, and again, I don't think we're the only team that's going through it, but we're certainly not. We just don't have as much prep time as we normally do. We're really young, so I'd love to have that normal kind of 4 weeks and a couple scrimmages before we play, but that's not what we have this year. So guys are working really hard. They're trying to pick up and learn and retain a lot of information in a short amount of time. At the end of the day, when we get going, the ball is tipped up. It's basketball, and we're just going to have to go play and see what happens.
Definitely. All right, so far.
Yeah, our newcomers are really a talented bunch, hardworking kids. They fit in really well, really good personalities, and definitely gonna have all of them really have a bright future. They all do some certain skill things really well. Wanted to be at a place like Wittenberg to be part of the tradition and the culture and the history that we have going on, and have really done a good job of coming in and just trying to take what they do well and add it to what we need. So I've been really pleased with our newcomers, and also on the flip side, really excited with the returning guys. We don't have as many this year, but they've done a really good job of leading, being vocal, trying to teach the new guys, how we do things, what's expected, and things like that. So I think both sides of that coin have looked really good so far. Yeah, the obvious one is James Johnson, who's our best player and, a returning first team all-league guy. And, he's already scored 1,000 points in his career. So I think what he's done on the floor is certainly, kind of already stood out, right, to people. People know how great a player he is. He hasn't had to be a vocal leader yet, with the senior class that we had last year and some of his classmates who are just more naturally vocal. He hasn't been put in that position yet, but he has done a really nice job, and we've kind of challenged him to be more vocal. He's always been a lead by example guy, but we've just said, hey, we need you to be more vocal and lead these young guys. He's been receptive, and you can just hear him a lot more in practice, so that's been fun to watch.
Great. And then at Wooster, do you have any thoughts heading into the game?
Yeah, just excited to play. Really don't know what we're getting into. I'm sure they, to a certain extent, feel the same way. I mean, if you look at both rosters, it's completely different than the last time we played them. They lost some really good seniors, as did we. The rivalry speaks for itself. I know both groups of guys and coaches will be excited. It's certainly different to fly a little blind into a big rivalry game where you just don't know as much about your opponent as you normally do. But again, they're going through the same thing. So we'll be excited to play. Once we get up there, it may not seem like a normal, Wittenberg Wooster environment. Clearly, they always draw such a great crowd and have great fans and provide a tough environment for any opponent. Certainly us as well. So. But once again, the ball gets tipped, and we'll get in a stance and guard, and they will as well, and see who can make more shots.
Yeah.
If you look at both rosters, I think they probably have a few more guys returning that have just played meaningful minutes. Just looking at their roster than we do, but I don't think that's going to change anything from our standpoint, right? Our guys that have been, the smaller number of guys that have been in those games know what it means. Our newcomers know what this game is, just like their newcomers are going to know what this game is as well. So I think, playing in them helps. It does give you a little experience, and it does maybe settle you down at some point, but again, you've got to execute, you got to defend, you got to play well if you want to win a game like this. No, just like I said, excited to be back in the arena with the guys. It's been a real joy to get through a lot of the stuff that they've been through. We haven't played a game since last March. We haven't had real true practices since last March and February. So it's been just real joy to be back in the arena with them and see them flying around and playing the game that they love, and kind of being together as a program has been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it, and looking forward to however long we get this winter and however many games we get a chance to play. We're certainly going to appreciate them all and try and enjoy them.